Nintendo Game Talk.
Welcome to Nintendo Game Talk. My name is Coloco, and today's Nintendo Direct made me see something. Made me have to admit something to myself. Every game can't possibly come to Nintendo Switch. What do I mean by that? Well, in order to answer that, I have to go a little bit backwards here, back in time, right? Back to 2016, 2017, when I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about the Switch, and I was dreaming all these scenarios in my head where we would get games like Destiny 2 and Assassin's Creed Origins and the much anticipated and fantastic Mass Effect Andromeda. That game sucks so bad. And it turned out that we didn't get any of those games, right? I was holding on to hope. I was holding on to the fact that these large Western third-party companies, that they were just waiting. They were waiting to port their games over. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, you know, we're not getting any, because obviously Bethesda's done a great job. You know, we're getting Doom Eternal, we got Doom, we got Wolfenstein, please Fallout 4, that's what we really want. But again, not every game can come to Nintendo Switch. Why is today a marking point? Why does it have anything to do with what I'm talking about? Well, today was the day when I was expecting to see some kind of large third-party game, Western game, and with this Nintendo Direct, we got none of it. Absolutely none. I mean, we got some big games, Civilization 6. We got that SimCity type of game. Those are pretty big games, but we didn't get a Black Ops 4 announcement. We didn't get, you know, Assassin's Creed Origins port. We didn't get any type of large game, and I finally had to do this. Where is it? Bam! Finally had to do this. Now, granted, I did buy this before the Nintendo Direct, but I was hoping, halfway hoping that we would finally get a Destiny 2 port, and halfway hoping that we wouldn't, because I just spent $60 on this. But I was right in buying this, finally playing it, finally downloading it. It's taking forever, but I had to do it. I didn't want to do it. You know, I was hoping to get these larger games onto the Nintendo Switch. People that are saying, well, it's impossible, you can't. I don't want to hear it. Any game could fit to anything, you know. What I'm saying is any game could fit on the Switch. Any game could fit. You can make it work. Put down the graphics, put down the resolution. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look as good as its counterparts. It's still a portable system. You're playing it portably. And for those that say, well, you're going to sacrifice everything for portability. Yes, you are going to sacrifice most everything for portability. It makes a huge difference. Not everyone has the freedom to sit there and hog up a TV in their household. Not everyone, you know, is single or just has that luxury of doing that. There's a lot of people that have families. There's a lot of people that have circumstances where they need portability. Otherwise, they're just not going to play games. You know, and that's why I wanted these larger third-party games larger third-party Western games on the Nintendo Switch. And I finally have to admit that because we didn't get any announced today, we're just not going to get any more larger third-party Western games. Now, you might say, well, you don't know that. Well, for the next 4 or 5 months, I guarantee that we probably won't get. That's kind of... I guarantee, I'm going to put it out there. I guarantee we won't get any large third-party Western announcements for the Nintendo Switch. And I'll tell you why. September is a very important month. It's just a couple months before the holiday season. Basically, if you have a game to announce, today was the day to do it. Today's the day to say, hey, buy a Switch this holiday because you'll be able to play this game. Not only that, but even if the game were to release in January or February, you want people that, you know, the majority of people that buy games, buy systems, they do it in the holidays. That's the biggest time. That's the biggest time for people to buy anything. Obviously, you guys know that. So if you're going to make a choice this holiday, and you're going to say, well, let's see, do I pick this system, or this system? Well, these two systems have this game coming out in January. The Switch doesn't. You see where I'm going with this? The more options available, the more people will be willing to make that purchase of that system. So I really do feel that this was the end as far as Western third-party games. Now, does that mean that I am unhappy with the Switch? Well, let me back up. I don't mean the end, completely the end. Like, obviously, we could get a few more sprinkled in there. But as far as getting the same output that we would get, or even close to the same output, I'm not saying exactly the same output, but even the close to the same output as Xbox One and PS4, now I know that it's just definitely not going to happen. That Western third-party games are just going to be sprinkled in there. Now, does that mean that I'm completely unhappy with the Switch? Absolutely not. I'm still ecstatic beyond words for even this Nintendo Direct, despite the online garbage. I'm sorry, Nintendo, but wait, before we get into the good stuff, let me finish off with the bad stuff. The Nintendo Online is absolute garbage. The whole NES thing was so cringeworthy. It was so cringeworthy. Are you kidding me? You're gonna make people get the online to be able to buy these NES controllers? You're really gonna do that? Not only that, but only NES games. I just don't understand what Nintendo is doing in that aspect. I really don't understand. What are they thinking? What NES games? Nobody wants to play these games. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe there is, people out there that want to play Balloon Fight online, but
who are these people? Anyways,
if they add Super Nintendo games later on, if they add N64 games, yeah, I guess that could be great. Can you imagine though, with every like system that they add, they also sell the controllers. It'll be cool, but think about the money. That's a lot of money as well. If that's the case, then great, but they could have said that. Later on, we'll be adding more systems. They didn't say any of that. What happened to Virtual Console? Why are they keeping their mouths shut about this? It makes no sense. You're frustrating people for no reason. I just don't understand the disconnect there. I really don't. So they had a chance to blow people away with online, completely ruined. I feel like nobody was on board with that. Nobody. I'm sorry, but I don't care how positive you are. You weren't on board with that online. Let me check my time. We're good. So, all right. After all that negativity, do I still feel positive about the Switch? Heck yes, I do. Are you kidding me? Final Fantasy VII? Final Fantasy 9? 10? I mean, all this on the Switch portably? This is a dream. This is I just want more, but this is great. Final Fantasy VII on the Switch portably, to me, destroys everything else in that Direct. I'm sorry, but it does. Personally speaking, I started tearing in my eyes when I saw Final Fantasy VII is coming to the Switch. Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age is coming to the Switch. I think that's the one that was remastered and it was on the PS4 last year or something like that. So that's great. Besides that, we had a couple things. Let me check my notes. Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing for Switch. Those are all great things. They're great things. They're Nintendo first-party titles. We expect them to. And that's fine. That's fine. I was expecting more announcements of Metroid Prime 4. I was expecting anything about Bayonetta 3. Fire Emblem. What happened to the Fire Emblem 3 Houses? Nothing on that. So there's a lot of things that were just missing from this Direct. There's a lot of oomph like taken out, especially because a lot of these announcements that were made, the smaller ones, were kind of leaked with what happened last week and everything. But even then, even if they weren't leaked, I just didn't think it had the oomph for a 35-minute Direct. That being said, the fact that we're getting all these Squaresoft games, amazing. I really enjoy that. I think that as far as content goes, you're never gonna have to worry about content. Like I said before in my video, You'll never have to worry as a Nintendo fan about content anymore. It's just going to be evergreen content. It's just going to be, I don't even know if that's the right term, to be honest. I probably said something real stupid. But it's going to be just nonstop games coming at you. And hey, that's what it's all about, right? Video games. So that's what I have to say about the Nintendo Direct and its effects on and what I think about, you know, Western third-party games. But I'd like to know what you thought of the Direct. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Was it a letdown for you? I know you didn't like that Nintendo Online. Just don't lie to me. I know. Look at me.
I know.
So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. Until next time, later.